7 News at 10 starts now.
And we continue to follow breaking news right now. A state of emergency declared in Leominster because of severe flash flooding. It's been raining there for hours. You can see the roads look like rivers, just covered in water. People dealing with a serious situation and response across the city.
Crews rescuing people from their homes, cars, and family with 2 young children pulled to safety on one of those inflatable rafts. The National Guard has also been called in to help.
Another large response at a mobile home park. You can see people being escorted out, having to leave their homes, trying to get to dry land. Rescuers going door to door to help those people in need. You can see they have rubber rafts. Large response in many parts of Leominster. So people are being evacuated from their homes. Major roads are closed, and it is still raining in parts of that area.
We have heard tonight from the mayor of Leominster about the emergency response, and we have several 7 News crews on the ground working to bring us the latest. We will check in with them in just a moment, but first let's go to meteorologist Josh Worcester with the latest on this dangerous weather situation. Josh?
So the latest and probably the most important thing to point out is the flash flood emergency that you see on the bottom of your screen here. That has now been extended until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Initially it went until 10:30 tonight. The National Weather Service has extended it until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning.
We have a number of reporters out across the area affected, and we'll go live to each of them. You can see people here on foot with a few belongings walking out of the area near a mobile home park. It's a must evacuate situation. Lisa Greshey right there to tell us more about what's going on in that neighborhood.
Kim, massive rescue efforts here underway right here in the Meadowbrook Acres mobile home community. What we just saw moments ago, 3 people being hauled away on these boats. People are having to be rescued because of this water. You can see how much it has risen in this area. This street is up from anywhere people's knees to their waist. Everyone here is having to evacuate. This is a giant community. This is a mutual aid effort. Every rescue crew from all the surrounding cities and towns, they're here. Here's another boat coming by. People are having to be rescued here and to safety, and it's a very scary situation for a lot of them. A lot of them are older. They couldn't self-evacuate. We've seen people trying to evacuate on their own, and that's why these boats are out here trying to get people from their homes. It's a very high-stress, highly emotional situation. As you can see, as you can probably tell here by this footage that you're seeing, is that there are a ton of people here that need to be rescued, and that's exactly what is going on right here, right now. We've seen so many different crews. I've counted at least 10, 11, 12 different kinds of boats in this community. They're all trying to get to these homes and get to these people that need some help.
I'm surprised these cars are traveling through that area. Those look like the kind of roads you're not supposed to travel on. That is like a river, not a road, Michael.
Yeah, and you mentioned the dangers of the waters. I can tell you just in the last few minutes, we've seen some of the first responders, firefighters telling people who have been trying to walk through these waters to get back, to get up to the higher grounds away from this rushing water. I want to walk this way. You mentioned we're right by Route 13. This is also Main Street, right near the intersection with Nashua Street here in Leominster. You can see they're diverting traffic off of Main Street, taking a right on to Nashua Street because they're not allowing any traffic. You can see we have the commuter rail station there to our right, but if we bring it back, you'll see the tracks there above. I can tell you throughout the time we've been here, they've had it blocked on both sides of that. Past where those tracks go, we've seen crews up and around them, and in talking with people who have lived in this area, who have left their homes, they say further to the left here up Hamilton Street, that some of the areas around the tracks have washed out, and it's clearly evident. You see the water rushing down. You can also see the rocks that are just filling the roadway. You can see them rippling there on the other side of the road as this water continues to rush down. Thankfully, over the last 30 minutes, we've seen the rainfall stop, but still, we have a ton of water coming down from the higher levels here in Leominster, and I want to have our photographer get down and show you. Just look at all of this water. All of this rushing down from the higher ground here along Main Street. You can see even if we bring it back down, it seems to have washed out this side area right along Route 13 Main Street here as this water continues to rush. You can see vehicles. I'm told that these vehicles being diverted, believes from North Main Street down River Street.
Yeah, fire trucks are really just everywhere around this town right now. We've been hearing sirens all night long. We're actually on Pleasant Street, but if we zoom in closer to where you see those lights and where you see that car driving right there, that is Main Street. And we just witnessed a technical rescue just a couple of minutes ago. Firefighters bringing a family with what looked to be a newborn child, very small baby, and they brought them right over here by this New York Fried Chicken and Grill restaurant. And this is where they've been bringing residents that are trapped further down. As I mentioned, they're on Main Street. This is a problem area. I actually also witnessed a National Guard type of truck that came through. I asked a firefighter what it was. He said he's never seen it before, but that is the type of response that this flooding is calling. As the mayor mentioned there, he's never seen anything like this here in this area, and that is what people are saying. Some of them not taking this seriously because they've never seen anything like this before. And we were standing here about maybe 30 minutes ago, and the water just kept going up. It was in my ankles, and then it just kept rising and rising and rising. And that is why officials are asking people to just go and find shelter in higher elevation. Make sure that you are in a safe area. Do not drive, please. We have been driving through this area and seeing people just going into very serious situations, having to get rescued by crews because they're stuck inside of their cars that are inundated by all of this water and a lot of pressure. So please be careful as you're also walking out here. We're going to continue to assess the situation. We're going to see if they have any updates on how people are doing. But for now, reporting live in Leominster, I'm Sabrina Silva, 7 News 19.